good. We good.
Two microphones?
Yep, yep.
Sure.
Wait for this music to go on, and then we're gonna get on it.
Yeah, but it's crazy how they do things. And and it's not even about that. It's just like it's crazy about how fast people react and turn.
Yeah.
It's like I've been telling people for the longest time, I started out running and doing things. So I was like, and I fell back. But I try to help as much as I can.
Right. What's up, good people?
What up, everybody? Special guest in the house.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, when you twist and turn about everything, it's like, a lot of people, the way they portray things,
Right.
it's like everybody wants change.
Yeah.
But you could tell what happened is that you want change, so you know it's not going to happen, so you conceded.
Exactly. It's funny you said that. I had there's a flyer that I had. It was Remember to Speak. You might have seen it.
Yeah.
And all these people that was saying, "Hey, we need change from all different classifications."
Yeah,
right?
I was on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I gave it to one of their biggest supporters. Gave it to her just to see how she was twisting and turning. She didn't know how to, because everything on it was right. So she says, "We do need change, but it's not gonna happen."
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's like,
I know we need it.
I think the political thing too is like
Yeah.
the same thing. It's like people want Trump out, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I tell my wife that all the time.
And it's weird because it's like you don't even have to be a Trump supporter to see which way this is going.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying gas is going to be under $2 by the end of the summer, or maybe like in a month or so.
Right.
I'm like, dude, that right there.
Yeah.
Because it was just like $4 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, politics. That's why I'll never be a good politician.
I
Never.
can't. I mean, hey, look what we're doing. This is a
Yeah,
family.
I know. What's up, Daryl? What's going on, man? Appreciate you.
What's up?
Yeah.
I had to go home and take my mom. I get up, I take my mom to work, she takes the car, and then we go to...
What's up, Rob?
Where's Rob's at?
Whoa, she's saying what's up.
Oh, yeah, Rob. Make it on Facebook Live. Did you make it to work today? I love you.
Yeah, he did. Oh.
You still didn't make it on that Mortal Kombat. Get over here.
Listeners can now support South Philadelphia Community Radio via Patreon, which allows either monthly or one-time donations to as little as $1. WOOMLP is a grassroots media project reliant upon listener support. Donors giving a minimum of $10 receive a pack of South Philadelphia Community Radio large format photo magnets suitable for fridge or car. Donor individuals or institutions giving $50 a month are eligible to receive underwriting messages broadcast live on air. For more information or to donate, visit www.spcr.org and press the Become a Sponsor button at the top of the homepage.
Wait to the
That
game.
is
Huh?
Yeah. Responded.
www.spcr.org. We thank you for your support.
Hold on, everybody. Here it comes. You're listening to WOOMLP, 92.9 FM Philadelphia. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Good morning. Hope everybody is listening to another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter radio show on WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. It's good to have everybody here. You see, we have our special guest candidate for trustee on the 623 Lives Matter slate. I hope you guys are the ones that are getting off of work. Hope you make it home safe. Everybody that's off today or you're going home or on the way to work, get there safe. Well, we already got the current trustee that's coming in, Jumbo. Nathan Daniels on vacation. Good to see you. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. We've heard over the last few days of our brother, and I gotta address it because what's happening is people pulling me to the side and pulling Clarence to the side, and they got a lot of questions. And so we're gonna do our best to answer those questions. Now, everybody knows Carl Robinson is family to us. He's more than a friend. He's more than a brother. And I know people were kind of shocked when they found out what happened. Listen, no hard feelings. Nothing. This is a democratic process. Everybody has a opportunity to run, and that's the way it is. Now, whatever questions you may have or why he did it, you got to call and ask him. Those same things that you heard and those questions that you asked. He told us the same thing that he's been telling all you guys. Then now he runs with them. That's those questions you got to ask him. Like I said, but there's no hard feelings or nothing on our side. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. We're going to continue to be at the gates. We're going to continue to educate our members. We're going to continue to let them know what's going on with the contract. We're going to continue to fight for them. We're going to continue this radio show. We're going to just continue to do what we've always been doing. So Romeo, now, since you are the candidate, what made you want to get involved, more involved in unionism?
Well, before I do answer the question, may I clarify a couple things?
Go ahead.
First of all, how you doing, everybody? James Romeo here. I've been with the UPS for 19 years, full-time for going over four years, rather. But I got a phone call from Hooker, Clarence Espo, and Nathan Daniels, Jumbo, about joining the slate. And this was before the Carl Robinson thing. And to my knowledge, he was not asked, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I just want to clarify that, they're not pulling me on because he said no and went to them, or,
Right.
some hard feelings. But when I always wanted to help everybody. I've been trying to help as many people as I can because with the knowledge I've maintained or over the years that I've gained through people. And I just want to do for people what wasn't done for me growing up in the UPS atmosphere. It took a long time for me to even know the local and know things that were going on because it wasn't handed out. There was no pamphlets. There was no information handed out to the people in the warehouse. And I was a warehouse person. I did 15 years on Twilight and I did everything in the hub. So when it came down to it, I didn't know anything. I'm a fresh out of high school employee. My first job, my first union job, and I don't know anything about a union. I just know that unions are supposed to be strong, Teamster United type thing. We're all supposed to be brothers. That's the only thing I know. But over the years, I didn't really gain any knowledge, going for contracts. I might have even missed the first time I had to vote for a contract. I didn't know. I mean, nobody told me anything. I might have even got the paperwork because they didn't have my address right. I mean, listen, it's been so long ago. You're talking about 19 years.
Right.
I mean, I was here for the last contract. Remember, I went through the whole thing with Hook.
Right.
I wasn't getting anything to vote. I had to actually call them up, and they didn't have me down. And I mean, I got the contract prior, but they didn't have me down for the one contract.
Right.
But you don't know what you can do. You don't know, like, there's processes. You don't know filing grievance. You don't know anything. I'm trying to better the community of Teamsters in the local 623 with knowledge that I've gained, that we are gaining. I mean, we still don't know everything, but
Right,
we're gonna try.
Yeah, we're going to go, yeah.
And help each other in the process. I mean, and when we know, we let people know. And the fact is, if we disappear tomorrow, if the 623 Lives Matter slate disappeared, we deleted the Facebook account, we did all this stuff, how many people in 623 is going to take that place and give us information?
Yeah.
I mean, we have gained a lot of information from Clarence, Booker, Jumbo, Espo. We have gained a lot of information through the site, helping one another. The people that things that weren't brought to our attention were brought to our attention through social media, were brought to attention through links that were shared and so forth about everything. So when you think about it, it's like it should be being done by our equals. You know, stuff like that should be being done by the people in office. Just acknowledging us. Like, yeah, we can go to the union meetings. And if you ever been to a union meeting, it could go two ways. It could be a filibuster where we have a bunch of angry members standing up and fighting and basically going, we want change, and then it's argumentative. Or it can be, hey guys, here's the minutes, here's this, who wants to be adjourned?
Right.
It could be a 1, 2, 3 thing. And when it's a 1, 2, 3 thing, we're not really getting that much information, even though they have information to give out. And they do give information on a back table, but sometimes it's, you want to explain a little bit more elaborated. We don't have a lot of people that understand the literature as it's meant to be understood. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's hard because when you read how many people really read the contract and the new contract and understand it 100%?
Right.
I can tell you, I do not understand it 100%, but I can understand what they're trying to come to.
Yeah.
Because it's always trickery and stuff that benefits the company.
Yeah.
So I chose to come about and join the slate and accept the offer of trustee, run for trustee, because I like the positivity that is coming from our group, and it'll be even better in the future. So I think that with the addition of me, I can help. I can add more to this group, and I hope that I can, and we can.
Oh, you will. You will.
I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, I know what they said to me hit home because they said I was a strong, person. I fight, and that's what I do. I mean, just preload alone, fighting. It's crazy. When you put every year, and I went back and I just recollected. I just went back and I thought. And I was like, all the years I've been with the company, I had to, fight. And the fighting just is like with management, standing up for yourself, pay shortages, harassment, filing grievances for supervisors working, and then being retaliated against, but standing strong towards it because, they want you to quit or they want to try and fire you. But a lot of people don't file grievances today because of that, and I want to let people know there's a, other side of the rainbow on that thing. You want to file a grievance, you file a grievance. We, encourage it, follow the grievance.
Right.
But the whole thing is, when you file it, be prepared for retaliation. It's going to happen. They don't like it. They don't want to pay you the money for supervisors working. So you work and you got a double paycheck. They don't like that.
Right.
But the problem is that you got to make sure you're strong enough to fight. And if you are not strong enough to fight, we are for you.
Oh, yeah. So, Jumbo, what you got, man? What you got?
Bro, I want you to tell about what happened when you tried to get shop stolen.
Yeah, all right. So I actually, when I work in Cardiff and Twilight, and we have a lot of issues going on right now, and we feel that we don't have a strong enough shop store. So, but it might not even be that way. The shop store is handling a lot. Okay, with that big switch over from all the people in the hub to the ramp, he picked up like 45 more people, and we actually gained some people as well. So I came up to the meeting. I spoke to Shanahan and everybody. I called Izzy up and let him know that I wanted to run for shop store or be appointed a shop store, or we need a shop store. I was like, listen, if you don't want to make me the shop store, appoint somebody. I was like, but we need one. I went to the meeting, I spoke to everybody, I called, I got a phone call saying that they feel that we don't need one. And I was like, well, why? They were like, well, they kind of don't have the budget for it. And I was like, oh, okay. But we have a shop store there that is a alternate on midnight, and they're okay with him being used. And I was like, all right. I mean, to me, that was okay,
Right.
But the problem is, what happens when that shop store is having the issue? So now he has to go through other things, you know what I mean? And it could be me too, but it's like, I don't understand why even he could have been appointed, or they could have appointed somebody. But when it comes out to it, they didn't have the budget for it, and they didn't want to appoint a new shop steward and put out that money. And the money is basically getting your union dues back at the end of the year, and that's if you show up to all the meetings. You still got to,
Right.
I still would have to show up to all the meetings that's necessary to, qualify.
Right.
So if I don't, I think I get like what, $50 check or something,
Right.
if that. But I'm not doing it for the money. I was doing it for
Trying to help people.
Trying to help people,
Right.
because the stuff that I was seeing going on, and people were being represented poorly, I was afraid that people were going to go in there and get fired for nothing. They were getting write-ups and verbals and for nothing. And I'm sitting there like, that's wrong. We need to do something. And nobody was like, oh, well, and it's crazy.
Romeo being nice about it. He got the runaround. I'm telling you how it was. He went to Joni. Joni said, well, you got to talk to Izzy. Izzy said, you got to talk to Shanahan. It was like a couple months. Tell him, it's the runaround.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
All right, so listen. So let's get down to business. All right, so now, we picked Romeo as trustee. I want to ask the people down Oregon Avenue in the airport, don't come up to us and say, Romeo, listen, we asked a lot of y'all to run. We asked a lot of people to run. Right or wrong, Hooker?
Yeah.
Everybody turned it down. Now the man said yes, right? So don't come up to us and say, oh, Romeo? No, listen. Most of you people won't come up and say that to us, right? We asked all y'all. Y'all said no. All right, so now.
Nice to know it was a
You
top
said Carl
choice.
Robinson official. That's what you heard, right? Now,
What's that?
Trustee, Carl Robinson official, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now I got Wharton B. Fleet, most of them. Secretary Treasurer Wharton B. President Billy Mars. Vice President Tiny. Trustee Carl Robinson. Ron Finley, Lonnie Diggs. All right, once again, Secretary Treasurer Wharton B. President Bill Mars. Vice President Tiny. Trustee Carl Robinson. Ron Finley, Lonnie Diggs. Secretary Treasurer, we don't know who they're trying to get, but that's what I got so far.
Well, Carl is running with
Carl
Unity.
said he's running with Shanahan.
Yeah, with Shanahan.
Yeah, he said that Shanahan called him personally.
Yeah, he running with Shanahan, not Wharton.
Yeah,
He running with Shanahan now?
yeah,
Yeah, he running with Shanahan.
Shanahan.
He running with Shanahan.
There you go.
All right, well, he running with Mr. Well, okay, we cancel trustee
Yeah.
out, but they the rest of the people running with Wharton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, so we're going to have 3 slates again. You never know who's going to be a 4th slate. You don't even know anymore, because I think personally, we have 2 slates running, 2 strong slates running, and there's always a monkey wrench thrown into it to change things up and to make it, get that split vote. But, the main thing is voting. Can we just got to get out there and vote.
Exactly.
If we got a bigger turnout in voting this year, that would actually make me happy, because what happened last year, we're just sitting there,
Yeah, it was 400. It was 452 people that voted against them, and it was 347 people that voted for them.
and that's just in our local.
In our local.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, the way the votes fell between the 2 opposing slates, that's how they got back in there.
Yeah.
But at this point, it really doesn't matter who runs. That's the way I feel about it. Shanahan's crew, Wharton B crew. At this point, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, for the last 3 or 4 years, there's only been one team that's been consistent in the same message. Even when we lost by 37 votes, the message never changed. All we did was add more to it. The bylaw amendment.
You gotta get stronger. That's it.
All these things that we've been doing, we never stop. So, and a lot of people, they know what's going on. They see it. They see us every week. They see us. We come on this show and explain what's going on. It really, at this point, it does not matter who runs. It doesn't matter. It's our race to lose. We've done the work, and that's one thing that I can say. And you guys know this. If you go around both buildings, the air service centers, and everywhere, you ask them, what in our message, what in the work that we've done that's wrong? They can't say anything that's wrong. So they gotta try to find something personal or try to come at us internally. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I hear that people say that we do wrong is a vote no thing. And it's like you keep saying vote no, and people say vote no to what? But listen, if you take out no and just put vote, We want you to vote.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the main thing. We want you to vote.
Right.
I mean, that could be easily changed. I could have Jumbo get a little bucket of black paint, cross out all the no's, and just put vote.
Right.
I mean, but we want you to vote.
Right.
I mean, vote no was the big thing because we wanted people to vote down and vote no to the people, you know, and to the main people. You want to make a difference, and you want change. We need you to vote.
Exactly.
And that's the main thing. I mean, I want everybody to answer this question for me. Can you, like, name something that the e-board's doing right now? I mean, that's what
I know.
Can anybody be like, okay, well, they go in and they help save our job.
Save our job, right.
But it's like telling a parent you're being a parent. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
what extra are you doing? Especially when you've been in for almost 2 decades, over 2 decades.
Right, exactly.
It's like you should be like phenomenal.
It should be.
Yeah, I was down Oregon Avenue. Now you said that about the job. I was down Oregon Avenue. I was standing there, right? A lot of the 22-3 I came through with, right? Most of them said they voted for it. But I had one gentleman, he said, jump. I got to vote for him. I said, why you got to vote for him? He said, jump. They keep getting our jobs back. I said, listen, you ain't supposed to be fired in the first place. But jump, they keep getting our jobs back. I said, so what do you say? You vote for them? Yeah, so I don't understand. You know what I mean? The other question they said, Oregon Avenue and the airport, they said jump. All of a sudden, all these jobs coming up. Where these jobs come from? 1 million jobs come up. Everybody should know at election time, 1 million jobs pop up, right?
Right.
Now, on top of that, they want to file greedy. When you file greedy, they want to get you paid, so you vote for them. It's the same thing every 3 years.
Right. And check this out. I got a message last night from one of our supporters from Oregon Avenue. A supervisor is supposedly going to start the 22-4 job on Monday. Supervisor is going to start a 22-4 job on. I'm going to say it again. A supervisor is going to start a 22-4 job on Monday.
And knowing this and like fighting to figure that out, it's going to be a loophole. They're going to be like, well, every so many people that get a full-time job are allowed to have 1 supervisor or 2 supervisors and stuff. But it's in like a time span, isn't it? It's like so many years or a year or so many people.
Nah, for every 5 jobs, they can have 1 super. Thing about it, they got to take that language out. They have to, because there's no transparency in how these jobs are given out. Like before I left out, Nick Verratti. Man, you know Nick, he don't say nothing about, he don't complain.
Nick been there 100 years.
100 years, right?
Rocky,
He saw the
Everybody
guy with a
knows
job.
Rocky.
Right,
Go
he saw the guy got a job. He said, yo, Hook, where my job at?
Right.
I called down to the union hall. They don't know this, they don't know that, and I keep calling. They don't ever call me back. He said now he sees somebody who got less seniority than him with a full-time job.
Amazing.
He want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Nobody can get back to him.
No.
There's no transparency.
Right.
And that's one thing we got to fix.
Because we say, okay, if you say it's 1 for 5, show us the paperwork. They won't show us the paperwork or nothing. It's like if Hook up for a job, right? I got more seniority than Hook. Oh, he got more. I want to see it. Don't just tell me that.
Right.
Okay, now as far as 22-4, Friday, I'm on Wacky Coast Street side. I'm handing the flyers out, right? Mm-hmm. So one guy comes up, right? I'm like, he was a supervisor, right?
Right.
And he started talking to me, right? I'm like, I can't give him a flyer, right? I can't give him a flyer. So he talking to me. He like, Jump, I'm a 22-3 now. I could walk home and work. And I'm like, I had to give him a flyer. I'm like, come on, dog.
Right.
Come on, dog. Something wrong with that.
It is.
Now, I called you Saturday. Y'all don't know I'm out there 24/7. Some people say I can't do it. I'm out there Saturday. I called you and I told you they was giving road tests on Saturday.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
They giving road tests to who they want to give to road tests to on Saturday. To their people. That was never done before. Where's the union at? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was 2, I don't know if they was new hires or for the 22-4 job, but they gave road tests. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When you ever heard of that on a Saturday? When you ever heard of road tests getting done on a Saturday? That's late.
Right.
They couldn't drive, but they couldn't drive stick. But
Right.
you know they got to pass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, where's the union at? Well, where's the union at? We got 8. Well, we got 8 of them. Actually, you got 5. You got 5.
5 BAs, right?
5 PAs. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. They don't work weekends. All right, Billy Mars, he don't know his way to the airport, especially at night. He need a road map to get to the airport. Come on, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta call the hall, make sure they have your phone number. address, right? And we need big time. Always the big time. Big time. You keep hollering and complaining, right? Get 20 people out there on the ramp to vote for it. That's what we need. We don't need you just to vote. Not everybody's got to vote. But
Right.
you got to get your whole crew to vote.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to get your whole belt to vote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we only got 14 weeks. That's all we got left is 14 weeks. It's now 14 months. 14.
And that's just a vote.
Right, that's just the vote.
That's just a vote.
Right,
I
right.
mean, we have to actually do some work and get people to know us that don't know us. And if you don't
Right.
know us, I mean,
I don't know where you've been at.
exactly. I mean,
but,
we're the only ones giving the information needed out there, and it's coming from where it needs to come from. You know, and the main thing is like we get it from the union, we put it out. You know, and people want retro checks. Retro checks. Okay, you want your retro checks. You know, who do they ask more than anybody?
Yo,
I'm pretty sure. I wasn't even with you guys when I got asked that 1,000 times
Man,
because I was
listen,
knowledgeable.
listen.
And I got asked it like as of last night. Where's my retro check?
every day.
I mean, but
Where's my money at? Hook.
I call the
Where's my
union,
money
go to the
at?
union hall and ask them and see how fast you get an answer.
And
They're
that's
going to
what-
they're going to give you a corporate answer, which is it is coming out July the first week. You have a good day.
That's what
That's how it's
when
gonna sound.
when they boosted up everybody's union dues, especially the part timers was paying $5 for so long, and all of a sudden it jumped up to 17.
What happened to me?
Right, all right. Oh my God, you was like paying $41.
Yeah, they gave me during that 1 week because I hit top rate right before the contract got ratified.
Right.
So I only had like a couple weeks of seeing to get retro and whatnot. So what happened to me was I guess they didn't raise my union dues up. So I guess I went like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it was, and all of a sudden I got like one of my checks. They took out $42.50 for the union dues for
Right.
one shot.
Right.
And the people were like, "Oh, they took out 5. They took out 10." I'm like, "You guys, whoa! They took out like almost $50 for me." I'm like, "Let's think about that." I'm like, "I know paychecks are crappy when you're part time, but you know, $5
But
here, $5 there means
What
something."
they did to these part timers, they didn't explain to them, hey, listen, you're gonna get that $2.65 raise, but we're gonna come after our money.
Oh yeah.
There was no flyer. There was nothing that said, "Hey,
No,
listen." This
nobody
was what-
understood.
So when they jumped up real quick, they coming at us like, "Yo, Hook, what's up?" And then, but this was the kicker right here. They said, "Hooker, I get that they took the money that we owe them. I get that.
Yeah.
But where's my money they owe me at?" I said, "You know what?
Absolutely.
Call 215-289-0580. You ask them why.
What's that number again?
215-289-0580.
And you got to understand, like, if you don't know who I am, that's fine. But if you're on the 623 Life Matters page, I do a lot of posts that are knowledgeable, and I come off as a little smart aleck sometimes. I understand,
Right.
but it's all in fun, But one of the things I did post is a lot of mathematical equations. And I did break this down for people a long time ago, and my friend Phil was on there too, and we were breaking it down and letting people know, and people did not want to hear it. And we did predict everybody getting upset because you know why I know people were going to get upset? Because I was in your shoes before.
Right.
I got upset. I did not know that this was going to happen. I did not know it was going to come out like that. They are filling people's heads with nonsense that isn't true to distract you from the reality of your money's going to be, you're going to make more money, more pay's going to be coming out for union dues.
Yeah.
You're going to get whopped at the one time because, you work so many days, and without it, they're not going to fix it right away, but they are going to catch you. It's like, it's like income tax, the tax man. They're going to get you, but if you want your money from them, you got to get them.
Oh, you know what? I want to give a big shout out before I forget. All the fathers that came out to our second annual celebration at Oregon Avenue this past Friday. We appreciate all the encouragement I had. We had a driver come out, and I gotta say this: Espo was out there with me on the Oregon Avenue street side, and we both had on our 623 Lives Matter shirts. And he came out and said, "I love your shirts." He said, "It doesn't say Black Lives Matter. Doesn't say White Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. It says 623 Lives Matter." Now in 2016, man, we never heard that. It was they try to make it about race and this. Those days are over, and it's finally glad to see that people understand now that it's never been about that. And to hear that driver come out and say that, it meant a lot to us because, man, for so long we had to try to get away from that. Had nothing to do with race. But we could understand why people will try to correlate that the two. But you got to understand, we unions do need to tackle situations in society like they used to back in the day. You know, like they used to back in the day. But they don't really go to that because they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or step on nobody's toes. But when you take people money and you have a lot of people that live in these conditions, you do need to address situations like this. You know what I mean? Especially when you know, when the company, like last night, I saw at least about 20 supervisors, had to be between 19.
They were from Twilight.
No, these were like brand new
Okay.
supervisors.
No, because
They had
last
to
night
be-
they had Twilight supervisors working too.
They had to be between like 19 and 22. They do that just because our members are so young. Now our e-board, they need to get with the times, man. They got to change. They can't keep doing the same old guard stuff. It's not working. We can say what we want to say. UPS, they know how to change. That's why they always stay number one in logistics. They know what they got to do. They don't care how they do it. They don't care who they step on. They got to change to keep up with the economy and to keep up with competition. For some reason, the Teamsters don't know how to do that. They want to keep doing the same thing, keep the same people in office, and we keep losing.
But you gotta understand one thing that's coming from their perspective. And if I could put myself in their shoes, right? The only thing I could rebut to what you just said is, if it's still working, why change it?
But it ain't working.
Hey, well, they keep
Well,
getting
keep
elected.
getting elected,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
If it's
If it keeps
not
them in
broke,
all-
don't
yeah,
fix it.
right, I
And
got
the
you.
whole thing is that it is broke, but we are trying to fix it,
Right.
and we need the members to vote. And
Exactly.
that's the big thing, voting. We would have had a better contract if we had a bigger vote turnout.
Yeah.
We would have did this. It's woulda, coulda, shouldas. And more people complain than vote. If everybody, and you got to think about this, if everybody that complained about the retro check situation
True.
voted,
Man, listen.
we would be a powerhouse.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, just in 623 alone, we would be a powerhouse because people want their money. But the whole thing is, you want to be better. You want the money, cool. We understand that. You guys would have had, I'm going to ask Jumbo, how much would they have had if they voted?
They had a lot more, and they probably still would have had UPS health benefits
Yeah.
if they would have got out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
$13 an hour is what they got. And
They would have
didn't
had
vote.
15.
They
They
would
would
have
have
had
got 15.
15.
We was fighting for 15.
Right.
15. And there's people that out there that got threatened with the what's that?
The whole pension
the
thing.
whole pension thing.
Right.
Still voted it down and got a better contract. Right?
And speaking of that, since you said that, now check this out, Romeo and Joe. But this thing bothers me right here. We still don't know what's up with the $6 million. We still don't
What, the
know.
one from Trump? That,
No. The
The
$6
$6
million
million
that they said
supposed to give us.
that if we don't vote yes the first time, that they were going to take the a part of our raise
Yeah.
and put toward the $6
Pension.
million pension shortfall. There was nothing. They didn't give us
But
anything.
didn't Trump give everybody money? And the one thing that
they
we
had
got,
nothing- they had
but
nothing
that was
to do
supposed to
for
go
it.
to the pension too.
No, that had nothing to do
No?
with that. No, that had
They
nothing.
put all that towards the building.
Oh,
So
that's
what happened? Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. That one. So what Cooper was saying, right? The $6 million. $6 million for the pension, yo. A lot of y'all need to know $6 million is like $60 when it comes to a pension. Ain't no real money. Know what I mean? And we still don't know where it went at. It's sad. And what happened is they ask them, they won't tell them. What was the $6 million for?
Exactly.
Know what I mean?
Exactly. Now we had a meeting with the ex-board member and the current board member, and they came out and told us, hey, listen, we wanted to bring it out to you guys to let you guys know about the $6 million, but Shanahan said no. So my thing is, what is they hiding? Because over in Western PA, they had the same language with the pension. They voted it down once, twice. Not only did they get UPS to pick up the fall, they got improvements because they fought. Now we somehow let these guys get back in office.
Don't forget 804.
Right. Oh, and 804. I mean, what they did in what 6 months of it was incredible.
And no experience. These guys had no experience. So what does experience matter?
And let's break it down to all.
That's key right there, because
Right.
that's the one thing that everybody would say in the
Yes.
first time 623 Lives Matter ran. they don't have experience, and the contract's coming up, and we don't want them handling the contract. And I firmly believe that that's one reason
Right.
that you guys
Right.
didn't get voted in.
I agree, and I can understand that, but
But
not
what's going to be the excuse this time? 'Cause
Exactly.
you guys aren't going to be handling the contract. It's going to be, you guys are going to have to rerun again within 3 years.
Exactly.
And then that's to handle
What-
the contract.
right. So what's the excuse now? I get it. Hey, Hooker, you guys are saying the right thing, doing the right thing, but hey, we're gonna go with these guys because the contract coming up. We don't know how you guys are gonna handle it. Well, look how they handle it. They gave you a contract that you didn't want. Again, we still trying to find out what's up with the $6 million. We don't even know where that's at.
I have a question for everybody in this room. When's the last time you voted yes for a contract? It's a very long time, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't voted yes probably since I've been here for a contract because I don't like what they were trying to give us, and it seems like they always pass anyway because of the vote turnout.
And every meeting we had a meeting with about the contract. It wasn't about the contract. It was about Jumbo.
Yeah.
The whole contract was about Jumbo, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And exactly, that's why we had to come up. That's part of the reason why we had to come up with this bylaw amendment, because I love Jumbo dearly, but I didn't come to the hall to hear whether he voted yeah or no on the contract.
Yeah.
I
That's
want to
what it
know.
was.
Right, I didn't come down here to hear that.
And it's just low blows from from
Yeah.
people, and it's not. I would say it's not done maliciously, but you can't say that because when you look at stuff like that, you're just like, whoa, we're here for one thing and nothing's
Exactly.
happening.
Right.
I mean, it's like Jumbo can't speak. I mean, Jumbo wants to try and put it out there. We love him. We know he's loud,
Right.
but he has to be loud to get across.
Right.
Because if you have to be stern. You can't sit
Yeah.
there and go, excuse me, Bert. You have to go, listen, this
Right.
is what's going on. This
Right.
is wrong.
Right.
And if people can't hear you, you got to speak up.
Exactly.
Loudly, and you got to speak up for yourself. I mean, it's just how things are going down. And when you break it down, how the direction that we're going, I think that people are scared to fight. And it's been like that for a while.
Yeah.
And the ones that are scared to fight don't vote.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
too.
that's the way it is. It's like a lot of people are fed up, and if you talk to a lot of people in the hub, and and we're talking about newbies that don't know nothing, middle, maybe between 5 and 10 years, and then you got veterans that have been there 20, 25 years. The veterans are getting fed up. Oh, this is going. It's going to happen.
Right.
Why should I vote? And then you got the people that, oh well, I voted last time and nothing happened, so I'm not going to vote again.
Right.
And people are getting fed up. But the whole thing is, that's the part of fighting. You got to keep
Gotta
fighting
keep
to get
pushing.
what you want.
Yeah, gotta keep
Yeah,
pushing.
since you said that, right, because you said people were scared, right? We had people that wanted to run with us, but the first thing they said, jump. I don't want to get fired. I don't want no problem. And we had good people wanting to run with us, right? But they know if they run, they got a target on their back. So they said, therefore, Jumbo, we're turning you down.
Yeah, that was my issue. Like me and him butt heads a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because I would want certain people. Everybody wants some people. Hey, listen. If they say they scared, then we don't need them. If you scared of Shanahan, we don't need you.
See, I took this as I'm honored. I'm honored to be even considered as a choice to be called. That was crazy. And I'll tell you a little brief story real quick. I was out doing errands for a party for graduation,
Yeah.
and Hook gave me a call.
Yeah.
And long story short, it just happened. He was across the street from me.
Right. Yeah.
And to me, that, I believe in signs, and
Yeah.
that was a huge sign to me
That
because I'm like,
was-
what is the coincidence of me being
Yeah.
across the street
Right.
at that time on that day?
I agree.
And
That
him
was-
calling me, and everybody's together.
Right.
So, with that being said, it's like, I'm not scared of retaliation or anything. I mean, I hear from a lot of close friends that they don't like me anyway. I mean, I can't, what's that? I can't prove it that they don't like me, but it's all hearsay. I mean,
What, the e-board?
yeah, that they don't like.
Oh,
me.
they don't like you?
Yeah.
You heard that same thing too?
So there you go.
They
So
don't like you?
there we go. There's proof in the pudding right there. Hooker heard it. I mean, if you don't like me, but the whole thing is, I don't give you a reason not to like me. The reason they probably don't like me is because I stood up for myself
Exactly.
and I called a spade when things were
Exactly.
messed up, and I approached them and
And
I let
that's-
them know.
and that's why-
And people don't like to be challenged when they're wrong. They want to just send people to go, well, this is how it is, and that is it. No, this is not how it is. This is how it should be, and you guys aren't doing your job. And if I call you out on something, fix it. But no, you want to get mad at me, and probably because I was associated with Hooker
Yeah.
and Bagby and all them, and because I'm associated with a group that's actually doing your job. No, not their job, your job. They're doing other people's jobs to make sure it's right. I mean, these guys don't have to go up and beyond what they do. Honestly, they do. They go out and they help you. They got a lot of people's personal phone numbers, getting phone calls and helping everybody off the clock, on the clock, taking trips and doing things personally, not personally, work-related.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time Shanahan was like, hey, how's your family and kids? How's everything going on? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he probably did it to people. That,
He does do it to people,
that
but
he like.
he never did to me because he don't like me.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's election time now. He be doing that to everybody. So we saw my people getting
Kissing
fired,
babies.
Right.
So a lot of y'all don't know Oregon Airport Airport. The E-board has been trying to get me fired since 2011. I ain't back down. I'm not gonna back down. What you gonna do? They fired me. So I'm gonna say there's one thing about Carl Robinson, and we're gonna let that go about Carl Robinson. 2013, I think it was 2012. Carl Robinson, Hooker, Bagby, and myself. We went to bat for him. Not the E-board. We went to bat for him. You understand what I'm saying? We saved his job. Us three, we was there. We did everything we could to save his job. You understand what I'm saying? And Hooker the good guy. All y'all know Hooker the good guy. But I gotta beat him up this time, right? I'm gonna tell Hooker, since we got together, look, he ain't with us. It doesn't make a difference. But I'm just saying, I've been telling Hooker, he's not with us. Hooker, oh, he with us. So all I'm saying is, right, it's out in the open now. I'm happy, but Hooker, I got you again.
no, but the thing about it, it doesn't. To me, it's just to me. It doesn't make a difference. That's my man. Always gonna be my man. Love him like a brother. He gave my boy his first job washing cars. You know what I'm saying? We broke bread together. That's my man.
There's no hard feelings for anybody. Everybody wants to do stuff
so,
too.
I don't have. I mean, listen. Whether he won or not, it really doesn't make me no difference. It's not about friendship. It's about making new leadership and protecting the membership. That's the only ship I'm worried about. The membership and the leadership.
Yeah.
Friends, hey, listen, he's still going to be my friend. I still love him. I'm still, like, he called me right now, say, Hook, I need you. I'll be right there. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how a true leader
Right.
should be.
I mean,
regardless. I don't
right.
care. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be biased to anybody.
Right.
I can't be because, I would like the people to feel the same way about me.
Right.
Even we have workers. We know we deal with a bunch of workers that are good, that are bad, that shouldn't even have a job. That's not our job to judge people like that. Our job is they're a teamster. They're a local 623 teamster. So when we come down to the nitty gritty, we're all brothers and sisters.
Right. The only thing that I would say is because a lot of people keep approaching me in class about it because they know he's our
I
man.
was getting approached before, and nobody really knew that I got chosen for trustee.
Right.
I told a handful of people,
Right.
and people were coming to me about it. And I was
Right,
like, wow,
that's what I'm saying.
because they know I'm associated with you guys,
Right.
and I help you guys. And
So
whatnot.
my thing is, like, there's a lot of questions they have. Just call and ask him. Because I know what he said a couple weeks ago about the E-board. A lot of people, boy, didn't he say this about them? Hey, listen, you go and ask him. I ain't got nothing,
The new Men in Black movie came out. He must have got flashed with that thing. That's
Hey,
all.
listen.
I mean, it's a new. I guess it's a.
So Esper, what you got, man? What's going
So
on?
we're talking about the agreements at 384.5 for the 70 cents for the feeder drivers and progression.
I talked to a 384 guy today, but he wasn't talking about the
He wasn't talking about that?
No.
Don't worry, I'm gonna call 384 today. That's when I'm gonna go when I'm gonna ride home. Okay.
Okay.
Right. The guy showed a copy of it. Says it's there. Right. I can tell you that I personally messaged the IBT. I got an answer. I'm not saying nothing until I find out exactly what's going on.
Right.
Because I don't want the IBT's answer to conflict with 384's answer because they obviously read it the same way that I think the whole entire nation read it.
Right.
That your boys would get
76.
raised.
Right.
The question is do you get it on the effective date of the agreement like it says? So the effective date of the agreement is 4/28, right?
Right.
2019. So does everybody up to 4/28/19 get it? Right?
Right.
Yeah, we got
I
a
would say
copy.
effective date says that.
We got a copy of the agreements right here.
All right. I'm gonna read this out here, y'all. All right. Now this is for the feeder driver, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. This is the grievance report. It says, to whom it may concern, my grievance resides in the fact that according to Article 41 of the newly ratified and current labor contract, all full-time employees who have attained seniority as of August 1st, 2018, will receive the following wage increases for each contract year. They are as follows: 2018, 70 cents; 2019, 75 cents; 2020, 80 cents; 2021, 90 cents; 2022, $1. Furthermore, full-time employees still in progression on the effective date of this master agreement shall receive the above contractual increases. They will be paid no less than what they are entitled to in accordance with Article 41, Section 2 below.
Correct.
Right. Then it says, which states, the progression for employees entering a package car driving, feeder, or other full-time job other than air driver, Article 43 jobs, or a job covered by Sections 3, 4, or 6 below, after August 1st, 2018, shall be as follows. According to the ratified terms of this binding agreement, all full-time employees who have attained seniority as of August 1st, 2018 are eligible and due. That's the key. Eligible and due the contracted pay increases as donated in the
dispute.
contract.
The question becomes the people who attain seniority after the date.
Right.
Are they going to get the 70 cents? Because the effective date is 4/28/2018.
Right.
That's really what the big question is, right?
Right.
And how does it work? Now, you know, and I said this before, I talked with Slattery, we need a wage scale inside there. If 384 is going to file this grievance here, right?
Right.
I mean, if other people saying it's not valid, someone's going to miscue,
Yes.
and that needs to be in there.
Right.
And that's what the state law requires, because you can't have simple grievances like this being filed over, I don't know, clear. I mean, that's the clearest language I've ever seen.
I
when it talks
agree.
about race,
Out of the
right?
whole contract,
Right.
I think that's the clearest thing that you can
Yeah.
understand because
Yeah,
that's cut to the chase. You know?
Yeah.
And
There's no like wiggle room
you
around
can't
what's
even,
said.
you can't even dumb that down.
Right.
Because I don't even think that you can. I mean,
Right. I mean, they told you this is what you're going to get.
I'm giving you $1 or whatever X is. I'm giving you $1 tomorrow. I mean, if I tell you I'm giving you $1 tomorrow, I'm not giving it to you next week.
There's no manipulation in that particular.
No, it's not.
sense.
Very simple.
So good for you. So listen, so we've been doing our homework on feeders. All right. We're trying to get up big. So we have 154 feeder jobs. And we just told you about the agreement that was filed. So we're doing our job.
Yeah. So, if anybody, I would like to, if anybody that's on, or we do a live when we do this, if anybody has a question for us, we can answer it too. I mean, feel free to ask the questions. We are keeping track of that as we're doing the show live.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see little close-ups of us looking, but we're open to anybody's questions.
Yep.
Joan, I see what you say. I hear what you say. I understand what you say. But what does the effective date mean?
What did she say though, so everybody listening can
Right?
understand?
No, it states if you made seniority previous to August 1st, 2018. Not previous. It says if you have seniority on August 1st, 2018. That's first.
Right.
Right? That's the first day of the agreement. If you work that day, you made your 30 days, bang. That's your seniority date. Just so you all know, that's how it works.
Yeah, but it would
30
even
and
go.
90.
Yeah, it would even count. It would count more. Like if you made your seniority after August 1st, regardless. If it was like the 22nd, from there on you would get.
That's what effective date means
Yeah,
to me. I don't know about you, but that's
Yeah.
what it means to me.
I mean, and they did
Right.
follow through with that through a lot of full timers that
But the feeder guys didn't get it for some reason.
here or anywhere. Just
They didn't
No,
get it here
they
either.
didn't get it here.
Right.
There's certain drivers that didn't get it. We found that out when we were talking on
Right.
Friday.
Right.
that's amazing.
There's other feeder guys that do it. There's Article 22.3 guys that said that they didn't get it and ended up, I think, correcting the situation and someone got it for them.
Right.
And it's done deal. Right? Clearly, there's a disconnect, right? And I think what the one feeder guy was telling me is that they had the feeder manager and everybody else saying yes, right?
Right.
Billy Morris came in and all of a sudden the answer turned no. How did that happen?
How does he go?
How does the feeder manager agree with us, right?
But your own people don't.
But the guys at the top don't.
Do you think
The first rule of thumb is you never argue a point the other way, right?
Exactly. Especially when it's
First
going
rule
to
of
your
thumb.
members' favor.
If UPS comes down and says you're getting this, are you going to try to sit there and sell it differently?
No.
Are you?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Especially if it benefits the members. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think the 70 cent that happened with most of all the street hires. or they the ones that most of the street hire, off the street hire, had the problem with the 70 cent fee to drive.
I mean, we got to think about, fighting for it regardless. I mean, does anybody know if they put paperwork in for this, or they were just finding out so they can put paperwork in?
I don't believe in no paperwork.
Someone said that they filed a grievance, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what brought Billy Marsh in the situation to talk about what's going on. And it got shot down. My question is why?
Who shot it down? The union or UPS?
This 70 cent issue is such a big deal that the hall should call a special meeting to explain exactly what happened, right?
Right.
Because you either got to put out a letter, put something on the website,
Right.
or call a meeting.
Right.
Because here's an issue where UPS is blatantly going out of its way to say, no, you're not supposed to get the 70 cents. 384 says yes. Our locals are trying to say no. Yet the feeder manager said yes. The facts got to get out there and put on a record at the hall so we all understand what the record is, right?
Right.
Not hearing what hearsay this way and that way. This is where the record needs to get,
Exactly.
corrected and quickly.
So can I want to just ask a couple questions since I want to understand it clearly. So we're stating that a member that has been at UPS for a while, let's say over a year, they have hit seniority, and the contract got ratified, they did not get the 70 cents. Now, if you're eligible for it, which you are after you hit seniority, you're contractually obligated to get it. Contractually obligated.
Yeah, UPS contract.
Yeah. So basically, you're obligated to get it. So now, if they did not get the 70 cents, they're not getting nothing. They're going to get the next raise. Is that how it works?
If you didn't get the first one, don't expect to get
the second one.
Wow.
That's
Right?
messed up, though, man. Something.
That's a fact.
Wow.
So when you get the first one, you get the second one. And the key here is, and this is why when I talked it over with a brother here, Victor, right? We went over it, me and Joe went over, said, this is the chart that I made, right? I understand that you're supposed to get that 75-cent general raise. That's always supposed to be over the top of the minimum of a progression rate when you have that seniority.
Right.
Always. Otherwise, you don't get the general wage increase.
Exactly.
It disappears.
Right.
You might have had it, say, at August 1st, but your seniority date, let's say, is October 13th. Then you get to bump up progression, and then the 75 cents or 70 cents, whatever it may be, disappears.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
So we could basically say that the retro checks are going to be
we
wrong.
can basically say that wage theft is occurring by UPS. That's what we're basically saying. And it's a criminal penalty under state law. I'm just saying it's 30 days in prison.
But if-
because this is a
but
big
if-
enough issue and it has been talked about,
Right.
and we are aware that it has been brought to their attention.
Right.
This isn't like all of a sudden you can say it was an accident.
Right.
But wait, you just got to learn about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You came back 2 years later, something crazy.
Well, they're going to
That's not
wind
the
up
case.
saying that.
So if the company is agreeing to pay it, and then it's our people is the one that's blocking it, so who do we go after? Because it's wage theft, but it's the company who is okay with trying to get it to.
I know the numbers. I post them.
Hey, listen, but before we do anything, right, what we need to do, now listen to what I'm saying. Here's what we need to talk about. We need to talk to Zolly. Now, Zolly's a shop steward. Now, listen to what I'm saying. We got to talk to Zolly to find out what's going on. Not the president, not the principal officer. We have to talk to a shop steward to find out exactly what's going on.
It's more
that's
knowledge.
that's sad. That's sad anytime you have to go to the shop steward and feed it, and you can't go to the president, who's the BA, or the principal officer who can't answer the question.
I think
That's sad.
I think that's a good thing that our shop steward's knowledgeable enough that to understand that. But I would like our BAs and our board members, e-board members to be up on it more and one step above. But I don't like to say dumb, but I don't like a dumb shop steward. You know what I mean? And dumb's a harsh word to me, but I don't like somebody that's not knowledgeable on certain things. But when you have a shop steward that's not knowledgeable, and then you go to the e-board and they give you almost the same answer, and you wonder where they get it from.
Yeah, but the point is that we got to go to the shop steward to get an answer.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't get an answer from the president, the BA, a feeder, or the principal officer.
Yeah.
Why do we have to go see, and Zolly's doing a great job. Anytime we got a problem in feeder, we got to go to Zolly. Zolly give it the straight deal. No, he don't give it whatever the deal is. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying is that's sad.
Now, on the other side,
I sent a message when I learned this to Bill Shanahan.
Right.
Just so Jumbo knows, I sent it to him. Bill Shanahan did respond to me. I don't know why I didn't respond to nobody else. Respond to me. And the answer was, Hi, Joe. The 22 threes in progression get the raises. I checked with Mars, who told me he agrees. That's the response. After I highlighted the article and stated, do you agree with Billy Morris and the labor that seniority full-time employees as of 8/1/2018 and still in progression will not receive the general wage increase? Because that's what we're being told. And that was the text message that went out by Ray Atkinson to the guys affected with the 70-cent issue.
Right.
That's really what the big issue is here. You're getting a mixed message, right? Back in one full-time group,
Get it,
and the other one
right,
get it.
that doesn't make any
Instead.
sense.
Now, don't get wrong. This is why I said we should have a meeting. Because the people affected really should have a meeting. Say, listen,
Yeah.
we're going to come
Right.
down and we're going to do it here. And the whole membership should know about what happens at that meeting, either via the website or the date they can come to the meeting themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this is information you should pass along. Because if there's a miscalculation of wages, which is what I was trying to tell Slattery, that there's certain members here that can't do it.
Right.
I don't care what you want to say. Y'all don't know how many over the years. What am I supposed to get? Am I supposed to get this on this date? Am I supposed to get that on this date? They don't know. They need something real simple. Hey, my seniority date falls here.
Right.
My seniority date falls here.
Right.
This is what I'm supposed to get.
Right.
And if I'm supposed to get this other bump, right? Because the progression raises were still going on. Realize it, right? This is what I'm saying.
Right.
No one's taking that away from them. They're still getting that.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. On the other side of this break, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that we see from a few other locals in the area. For example, Local 804 and Local 767, which got new leadership. They're doing a lot of great things up there, and we want to try to implement them things here. These things called building raids. Those things, they build up participation in the local, and also they build up a presence of strong union backing, something that we don't have. When the people see their leaders fighting for them, they'll get more involved. So on the other side of this break, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about these building raids, all right?
How you doing?
All right, Facebook people, we see 6 people watching us. We're on break right here, but if you guys have any questions for us, we'll feel free to answer them and bring them on the air. So come on down and say what you need to say. And how you doing, everybody?
It's crazy. I mean, that people not getting their raises, bro. Like seriously.
People at 1250.
That's just
only
A
got
lot of them also
50
bumped up to 13.
They're not getting
So are these
470.
people that been here for like veterans or people new hires?
I've been here a while.
Yeah, I put a grievance in.
I brought the issue up to Slattery, right? Because there's an issue. With this attendance bonus, UPS changes the regular rate on a weekly basis of what their actual rate is, right? The federal law dictates that, right? So if that's the case, and the guy's above $13 an hour, does he get the general wage increase? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's people that are in the mix. It's kind of like, that's a fuzzy zone. That's truly a gray area. But that should have been discussed in the meeting. It needs to be sorted out. It needs to be readdressed and corrected.
It's unbelievable.
The contract should be rediscussed, the meeting.
All right, good people. All right, good people. We back. Thank you for listening to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter Radio Show. You guys go on the website, spcr.org. Hit the donate button. No donation is too small and or too big. Every little bit helps. All right. We want to let you guys know also that the firefighters are now hiring. From May 6th, you can apply for May 6th, which already passed, up until July 26th. Go to www.phila.gov/fire, or you can call 215-686-0880. All right, let's help our heroes out. Again, now, a lot of these things that we will try to implement that we was talking about are one of the things everybody knows about our ATM committee, and also what we plan on doing is building raids. We gotta show a force, fight. You know, we gotta go into offense. We can't just keep waiting for UPS to dictate to us. It's time that our locals start dictating to them.
You said building raid. What is a building raid?
The building raid is when all the e-board, when we go in to a specific building and just raid, we hold the company accountable, make sure they don't touch our packages, make sure they don't harass our members, make sure that they do everything by the contract.
I would say before you really go in and investigate what's going on.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You walk in there, you got your notepad, the rest of your staff,
Right.
whatever you choose to do. Obviously, if there's business agents working, you really should get the ultimate stewards in the stores to see who has the best note-taking skills and such, and develop those skills. That's a good opportunity for you. You know what I mean? So take those people, you look around, see what's going around, you see who's harassing, who's doing what,
Right.
start taking the notes. Hey, wait a minute, this guy does this at 6:30. This guy looks like he's doing it every day at 6:30 when I ask him.
Right.
So how come we're not getting staffing over there?
But then, now if the veterans should know, and even the new people should probably even know, when the e-board actually comes in the building, they have codes. I mean, it's kind of like Morgan Freeman movie, Lean on Me, when they had locked the doors and they're like, code blue, code blue. They do the same thing.
I don't even think they do that no more.
I don't even know. I mean,
Because they
seriously.
come
They don't
in
do that no
and
more.
they don't even care if they do or not.
Exactly, and
They
that's
really
sad
don't care.
because when I was on preload and when they did show up, you know, they walk around, tell them to stop working. They would stop working for that minute and then go right back to work.
Yeah, that's what George was saying.
Yeah.
George got respect.
Yeah. So now it's like if they come in the building, they
They work harder when they in the building.
Yeah.
Shanahan be in the building, they say all supervisors work.
Yeah.
When they say it.
So, you know, the raid would help if you have a strong e-board.
Exactly.
And that's what it is, because we don't want it's almost like fear that
Exactly.
they're coming because you know why things are going to get done,
Right.
because that's the fear you want of things getting done, like they're in the building, I shouldn't be touching packages, I'm going to do my regular job, which is supervising, and that's what you really want inevitably.
Right.
You know, and it's not being done at all.
I'll give you one more. This is what I would do. I would go in there, be in for a half hour. I see the suits right down and walk in and get the grievances. Then I tell UPS I want the information that I'm required by federal law, right?
Exactly.
Start showing me the videotapes that you got recording everything that goes on. And then we're going to see how long they work for, and we're going to do it for the last 5 days, and the next 5 days after that, because we're going to see what you're doing. We're going to play the game.
And it
we're
works.
Sit here and play the game.
And it
we're going to
works.
sit there and we're going to see
It
exactly what goes on. We'll see how regular and routine that it is. Because I can tell you from experience, the supervisors are at the top of the box signs where we're at all the time, correcting packages, putting spot labels on. That's what they do.
Right.
You know, I told you,
Right.
the shop steward, right, Shannon, we got together. We got to the spot, stopped doing the iSpy work, but they did it again this week. So, this week was hit him time. I got mine. I already hit him.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Right.
And the question is, everybody's got to do it, though.
Exactly.
I don't want to be the only one doing it.
Right.
Let the part-timers take charge and get them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's their money to get.
Right.
You
Exactly.
got to remember, when these supervisors work, they're not only taking money, they're taking money from you. I mean, you figure all the supervisors work, say if it takes 2 hours out of the day or an hour out of the day, that's an hour you could have got paid regardless, you know? And if the day goes longer, I mean, no, we hate being there longer, but that's, you know, part-timers are getting like 3 to 4 hours, and if you're lucky, you're getting 5, you know? And now they're doing the doubles.
I'll tell you this, Romeo. If I was all the part-timers, I'd be fussing and fighting to get job transfers to work in Avenue. Because we got guys doing 35, 40 hours a week that are part-time, right?
Well-
and I'm talking guys that they got less than 5 years.
They're
And
doing
check
it
this out. They've been doing doubles
since March.
beginning, right?
Since March.
Yeah. Where the full-time jobs at?
Yeah, I know. Plus, okay, but like I said,
The literature.
they're doing doubles on all shifts. All shifts. Right?
Yep.
All shifts.
We
Yep.
had a crew, Aaron Bowles and his crew, right? His crew, they always work preload. Always work preload, right? Now they saying, gentlemen, ain't worth it. It's just too much work. These guys faithfully every day do double, right? And nobody want to work preload no more. It's just too hard.
No,
it's
it's
too much.
ridiculous.
And then, I mean, we can't get them. Like they said, all shifts are doing double.
Yeah.
And Scott Franklin was saying that he need people from the preload if they want to work the midnight, they can work.
Yeah.
All right, so I would
I
tell
seen
them.
I seen a few of them over there
Yeah,
working.
well, I would tell them to work because what happened is a lot easier than preload. It's a lot easier than preload. People don't understand how hard preload is. Whoever works preload at the airport, I mean, I can say the organ animal too, should get $2 or less than makes $2 or $1 less than what
about
drivers
your
make, right?
full-time grievance?
You don't know how bad it is. That straight line, at the airport,
Johnny.
the straight,
Oh, wait up.
that straight line at the airport, our building wasn't made for preload,
Right.
loading trucks, right?
Right.
And when we do out there, it's just ridiculous, just ridiculous.
So we have a question from our Facebook Live.
And it is, Espo, what about the full-time grievance?
8241 is the grievance number, right? You can call the Union Hall at
Who that, Johnny O?
215-289-0850,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Ask Bill
Yeah.
Shanahan why that grievance has been sitting for so long and isn't processed yet.
Gotta
In the
love it.
last
He
meeting
knows
with
the
labor,
numbers.
we did not go over that particular grievance. Don't get me wrong, I was there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You have to work on approval. That's a long time for me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Right? So don't worry. He's a panel this week, and I'll be seeing him next Tuesday, and I'll get your answer for you, Johnny. All right? That's what you got to do. All you part-timers in there, listen to what I just said. You need to call the hall with that number and say, what happened to the grievance? Because right now, as far as I'm concerned, we got a lot of part-timers here
Yes,
that are
we
being
do.
misclassified.
Yes, we
and
do.
not getting the appropriate full-time rate while working full-time.
And guess what?
Because we all know that 30 days in a 90-day period is the way that you consider someone full-time.
Full-time,
right?
exactly.
Now, is that how it is? Because when I asked about this, because I knew a lot of people that was doing this, the way it was explained to me is they had 90 days to work 40 hours a week or something like that, and they had to be consistent with it. And if they went under 40 hours, because this is miscommunication.
Okay, here we go. The policy says this. You have to work 30 days in a 90-day period. Whatever center that it is you do.
30
right?
days. Okay.
30 days in a 90-day period.
Yes.
We have package car drivers that do not work 5 days a week.
Okay.
That probably make 30-some hours a week,
Okay.
right? But are full-time because they are package car drivers.
Okay.
We have part-time employees that obviously get that many hours in a week, but they are not considered full-time.
Yes.
So there's a big discrepancy here as to what full-time and part-time mean in our local, right?
Exactly.
2, if you do work a full-time day and are expected to work it for a lengthy period of time, the company should communicate that to you that you're working as a full-time day, right? Not just play the game. When doubles came into effect, it wasn't meant to be doubles where you were going to work 30 days in a 90-day period. That's exactly what I told Shanahan. Doubles are meant to be because there's a surge,
Right.
something happened. It's not meant to be so regular that it would constitute a full-time position. And that's what's happening here, Reverend.
Right.
We have that down at Oregon Avenue every day. We have that going down the airport
Every
all the
day,
day.
yes.
So now the question is, can we put a grievance in everybody's hand that they can get behind and say, yo, man, listen, I've met the standard.
Right. Where's
of
my
30 and
full-time
90.
job? Exactly.
Where's my full-time
Exactly.
seniority?
Right.
Matter of fact, post it on a seniority list that's late because I want to be standing correct that I'm in that center
Right.
because I put my time in and now I'm on progression standard. And let's go back and see exactly when I started that standard.
See, and this is crazy because I've been bringing this up in Carthage area because they have people that work the midnight shift. Okay, since I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, they've been doubling. And then when I came along in October, they were doubling the whole time too, and they were making all these hours. And I'm sitting there, guys. I'm like, every one of you is gonna be full time. I'm like, there's something going on here. I was like, you guys are working every day. You're working. They're working Thursday to Saturday, and they're doing 2 shifts. And you're like, they're doing the mail, and they're doing the cargo at night. So I'm just like, where's the leadership? But nobody knows
Here
too.
we go. Here's a big one for you, Romeo. The reason why part-timers don't go after or file agreements is real simple.
They cut our
UPS will go in and say this: if you do it, I'll cut your hours. If part-timers on a preload at Oregon Avenue who work on their assigned shift, right, want overtime after 5 hours, which routinely happens, I'll reduce your hours so you don't get any overtime.
Right.
We won't work you past 5.
Scare
And that's what's
tactic.
happening. It's a scare tactic. Most of all, it's an economic threat against the employee. And it's happening again. The guy told me today, right? He's heard the same thing. I heard it when I was part-time. I knew that that's what the standard was, right? And I knew the hall would never support the grievance, right? They would never do it.
But why not? If it's in the book,
Listen, so is getting paid for the highest classification.
I know.
Kid, right? I used to fill in for Cliff Banks when he used to go out and not be there for a day, right? Doing
Right.
the pink PD3 belt, right?
Right.
We were doing the trailers back there when it was the TDP.
right?
Couldn't get the rate. Brought it up at the meeting. I said, Merritt, if I work package cars, do I get the package car rate? He said, yes. If I work feeders, do I get the feeder rate? Yes. If I work full-time preload, do I get that rate? No. People inside get manipulated because they're not in that feeder or package car classification, right? Just like what Baggy says, right? Job preference to preloaders, right? Doesn't specify what building,
Exactly.
right? It just says preloaders. Oh, well, that was only meant for Oregon Avenue.
Right.
But no one can interpret that because it's not listed.
Right.
And here we go with the contract again.
Right.
And it's not fixed.
Right.
It's a simple
fix. Just put
right?
the word in there.
Just put it in there.
Just put it in there.
All right, so listen. I know everybody's saying 623 Lives Matters. We saying this and that, right? Listen, we won't be able to do anything unless the members work with us, right? And it's like not if we win, we're not going to get in the office and try and be able to fix everything right away. It's going to take time. So don't think we saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Nah, if the members don't work with us, we can't do anything.
If they don't vote for us, it's gonna be it definitely ain't gonna happen. Definitely ain't gonna happen.
Just think about, like, if you're listening to us and you're on our Facebook or however way you're listening to us, do you think it's time for change? And if you do, it's coming up in October.
14 weeks. 14 weeks.
So when if you guys are tired of the same old stuff and you don't know what's going on and you want information and you want change and you want a better contract, I mean, listen, the only way of doing these things is to stand up for yourself and vote. And if you, as an individual, and I might be reaching somebody that this is hitting home to, just is tired of this, just going to work every day and you feel like it's a dead end, you might want to quit. Don't quit, stay strong, vote. It will get better one way or another. It will.
Here you go. Here's another thing. Triple time, okay?
Oh boy.
Part-time and 75 grievance, right?
Right.
And 2 supervisors that I know are already on the triple time standard.
Right.
Right?
Right.
She's like, oh, I got this, I got 4 hours, whatever it was, right? I said, okay, you got 4 hours. Did you get the triple time? Because this guy, Rich Hetzel, he's on it. I've been filed for him over 2 times plus.
Right.
Another guy that she mentioned too, he's over too. I said, both of them.
Right.
So just to put this in perspective, triple time. That's
what
what you should have got.
They didn't get it.
They didn't get it.
What is your triple
So
time
now-
for? Like, what is this for?
Supervised working.
So so that's the new contract for the triple time.
Right.
When they catch
After
it 3 times in a row,
in a 9-month
they-
rolling period. Right.
Okay.
they brought their new supervisors down to Oregon Avenue magically too, about this past week or so.
3 times.
Oh, we have new supervisors coming in. We're going to train these people, whatever. So there's a transition period going on where you got to catch these new supes and say,
Exactly.
all right, boom. We all knew that was going to happen.
We
right?
talked about
Imagine
that,
we're going
right.
to bring in these brand new
Exactly.
supes. Supes are quitting. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
That could be part of it, but let's be honest. All the supervisors told me, please don't get me on triple time. They'll say something to me. They'll say something.
And they didn't get the triple time.
All right, listen.
It
We
doesn't
need,
matter anyway.
we
Like,
need for the
sad.
members. We need for the members to come down here. They don't want to keep hearing from us, right? Anybody wants to come down here, you need a ride, call me, right? So I was down Riverview. I seen Gwen Prout, right? I said, Gwen, come to the radio show. Why don't you come to the radio? Jump, I don't know what to say, right? I'm like, all that talking you doing, hub, you don't know what to say? Come down here. Come down here. And she's out. You know she's out.
Oh, right, yeah.
I said, yo, come down. Just like her partner. I can't think of her partner name.
Miss Bernadette.
Yeah. I said, come down. Oh, John, my work, I got the grandkids. Listen, it's 3 grandkids. Come down here. The members got to hear from the members.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They want to keep hearing from all them guys saying the same thing every week, right? Like I said, anybody need a ride, I'll pick y'all up. And we got to get Yahoo down here.
Yeah,
We keep saying we're going to get Yahoo down here.
Yeah.
So Hook, what do you think about open invitation? Anybody that wants to come
Yeah,
down this week?
we always we talked about that from the very beginning. Anybody come on down.
Listen.
Because this is a show for the members. They come down here and
If
voice
you
their
guys know
concern.
me, James Romeo, I'm in the Air Hub. I work Twilight Midnight. I'm in Carthage, and I'm on the Midnight Hub. I'll be in E-Regs. If you guys want to come to the show, let me know.
Yeah.
It's a weekly.
Every week.
It's weekly. It's like
Every
a TV
week.
show
Every week.
week.
Same
bad time, same bad channel.
But I want to piggyback up with what Romeo was saying about a few minutes earlier. And if you guys feel like change is time for change, I put a question out there yesterday, and I'm gonna put it out here in the air. Just look back at what has been happening over the last few years. And do you think the team that's in office has adequately did the job? Have they protected you? Have they preserved the rights? Have they taken care of your grievances? Have they stood up and fought against the company? have they fought against the IBT, against any legislation that they try to do against you? If any of those things are no, then it's time for a change. Because we can't keep going down the same road. You guys know better than know. We need change. Like I was telling Romeo earlier, I had a flyer that I gave out to one of their biggest supporters, and in this flyer it was one of our members speak flyers. It was talking about some of the things that the members, not 623 Lives Matter, but what the members are saying. And she got that flyer. She looked at it, looked at me. She said, "Yeah, we do need change, but it's not going to happen." Everybody in this local knows that we need it. Everybody.
And that's a key thought process that goes on.
Right.
And like, I have the piggyback off that a little bit, because you got to think, one of the things that was, I spoke to a couple close friends about me running. And one of my good close friends was like, listen, if you run and you lose, you might not be protected. And
You won't be protected.
I won't be protected. And I'm sitting there like, I don't give anybody a reason to be that way. I come in every day, I do my job, I do what's needed of me.
Right.
I don't want to have that fear behind me. But then again, I don't want to be scared not to do what I feel like I want to do.
Right.
I want to do something. Inevitably, this is something I wanted to do. It might be a little sooner than I want to, but I still feel that I'm with a good group of people.
Yeah.
Now, when you go on and think about all, the things that they didn't do, even the things that they did do, if you put it in perspective and you try to say, like an example of, like if you watch the Maury Povich show, like, he loves me, that's a good thing, but he hits me.
Right.
It's like, whoa, what do you mean? So the union saved my job, but we don't get a good contract. It's like, all right, so you got one good thing. Yeah, you do have a job, but our contract's messed up, but people are still voting. So it's like you got to think of all everything perspective, write a good and bad list.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And if you're tired with somebody, I remember when I was younger, if you had a girlfriend and you didn't like them, and they were like, listen, my dad told me, hey, write a good list and a bad list.
Right.
If your good list outweighs the bad list, then you can always work on the bad. But if your bad list outweighs the good, there's no way you're changing all that bad. There's just no way. It's too much bad to outweigh the good. And it's a poisonous thing. It's a poisonous relationship.
Right.
And if you think this relationship is poisonous and it's not going to change, and if that even is going through your mind right now, then it's definite. It needs to be changed.
14 weeks.
14 weeks. We're going to count down like it's Christmas.
Hold on. I think the big thing about this, right? I ran, I lost.
Right.
I didn't worry about UPS firemen because I know I come to work.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Coming to work is very important, people. Coming to work,
if
right?
you do what you
and
need
do
to
it,
do,
and go in, and I do what the work assignment. They want to play games and not give me the full-time E-rate job on the front end. Oh, well, what's the problem? Don't put me anywhere. I don't care. You know why? With the top possible rate I can get inside. It doesn't matter what I do. I will get it. If I come in, like I told the shops in the Twilight, right? If I was going to come in and work that Twilight shift on Friday, especially if I'm doing vacation time, take that full-time shift so I can get my 6 punch and get my time and a half like I should be getting, right? He said, that's what I want. You know what he told me today?
What's that?
Oh, they lay full-timers off on Friday, right? And most guys are happy with it. I said, that's fine, they're happy with it. Okay, they can go home all they want. I was like, question is, 2 part-timers are still working. And the part-timers ain't supposed to space for full-timer. So you can't really lay off somebody when you still got part-timers working. So this is my question. When's that shift going to get offered to me? Do I got to put the grievance in?
You have to.
Listen closely, division manager of the Midnight Sewer, right? Listen closely. I'm going to put this out there, right? Because you're not a bad dude. Don't get me wrong. Do I have to put the grievance in? That's all I want to know. Do I have to put the grievance in?
You do.
It's the only way. The only way to get anything done in here is to fight.
You know,
I mean, that's how it is.
you
You
do.
gotta
You
fight.
do.
You gotta stand up for yourself. And if you know something's wrong, like right here, there's an infringement on the contract. And when you find out there's infringement that you know and you're knowledgeable, listen. Make sure you get with the right person, file your grievance, and go through with it. And keep your paperwork. He has his paperwork, so his grievances. Make sure you get a copy of it, because we all know grievances disappear.
All right, our time is coming close. So, Hooker and I have been fighting. We always fight the last 3 years about the slate. So I think we finally came to what we got, and Hooker will make an announcement July 1st, right? you'll see all our guys at the gate. All our guys will be at the gate. Don't be scared down Oregon Avenue because they only know Hooker. They know me a little bit. The driver, I'm saying the drivers, they know me. But a lot of part-time, they're like, who's this crazy guy out here? It's just 623 Lives Matter to be at the gate trying to get you to vote.
Yeah.
So Hooker will be now put the announcement out with a slate July 1st, right? On the 5th. All our guys will July 5th and July 5th.
July 5th, Oregon Avenue.
Okay, but what happened is
9:30 to what, 11:30?
all our guys will be at the gates. You'll see our guys at the gate answering questions, giving flyers out. We're supposed to have shirts, you know what I mean? Once I pay the guy. Shirts are done. Everybody talking about jump with my shirt, with my shirt. Gotta find the money to pay 'em. Once I pay 'em, everybody get their shirts. But listen, hopefully y'all vote for us and here's Hooker.
Well, like he said, July 5th, Oregon Avenue, right?
Oregon Ave.
Oregon Avenue, 9:30 to 11:30, correct?
Yes, sir.
We're all going to be there. I'll be there. This is when we're going to make the big announcement, and Hook knows the big announcement. You know.
Oh yeah.
So we want anybody that likes us, come support us. You know, if you don't like us, come answer questions. I mean, listen, we don't bite.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you guys, and we'll let you guys know what's going on. So, and if you feel that we're wrong, we'll talk to you. So we're not afraid of somebody coming to us and talking to us and trying to challenge us, because we're going to try, let you know our perspective as well. Because you got to understand both sides. You know, you could say what people see, and you could say, listen to what people say about us. Until you approach us and talk to us personally, you really don't know. You know, it's all hearsay. You know what I mean? I mean, I've heard tons of things about a bunch of people, and I don't go off of what people tell me. I go off of what my experiences.
Right.
And my experiences with the e-board are up and down. You know, there's people that have helped me, and there's people that have not helped me. There's people that have talked about me behind my back. There's people that, like me and called me up and wish me well, But when that being said, it's like, it's always a coin flip with that. But when it comes to the contract, I'm always like,
Yeah.
I've had a good contract.
Yeah, Will.
When's the last time we had a good contract? Can anybody remember that one?
Probably the one before.
1997.
1997. That's when what
Ron
happened?
Carey's
We went on
last.
strike.
That's what happened in '97, right? They went on a strike. I mean,
There's a lot of things that Ron Carey did that were positive and paved the way for Article 22 creating full-time positions across the board. He recognized that UPS was using part-timers in a full-time capacity and creating a way for them to go and keep getting more full-timers on the books. So UPS wouldn't do it. UPS isn't going to do it. Business agents and shop stewards weren't checking the books to make sure jobs were getting posted. There's a big issue, right? Now, mind you, August 1st, we'll do 25 jobs, right? 25 positions, right? The question is, which 25 are they going to be? Article 22.4? Are they going to be Article 22.3?
I don't know if he was here. I got a text from a guy from Oregon Avenue saying that the supervisor is going to be starting a 22.4 job on Monday. A supervisor starting a 22.4 job on Monday.
There's a lot of supervisors that go through the driver classes making. I can guarantee that I heard that they need drivers, and all the driver center managers and all the driver soups say they need drivers. Someone told me today they get the drivers to start, in a week or two they're done, they quit. The only people that really stick around are people that have been there for a while. They go back in part-time, and they usually give them as many hours as they can to keep them. You know what I mean? That's what happens. You know what I mean? So the ball needs to come down with a fine-tooth comb and start looking at the record. That's what you got to do. Because they're adding guys on and they're adding trips, and there's so many stops that aren't accounted for. This store post, I'll explain to you this again.
Yeah.
There are so many packages that are potentially deliverable by the drivers that are not getting put on the truck. UPS doesn't want to pay to have those guys or full-timers go and process them.
Exactly.
There's a big issue with how much short post work is actually going out. And when you minus drivers, you minus full-time pension contributions.
And you know what they did with the UPS store too. They just added that so they can use that as something like short post as well. You know what I'm saying?
So you have to look at the big picture here, right? They're going to put those jobs on. They're going to do something. I really don't care what they do, right? Why don't you have them go deliver the short post volume? It's all the light packages.
Right.
And you'll see drivers bid that work because it's easier as soon as they get older.
Right.
Because it's easier. They're not worried about that. They can make the overtime up because they're going to get 300 plus house stops and go out there and kill it.
So I have to say this. I know we're running about to
About 4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes before we end. So with this being said, I want to thank everybody at 623 Lives Matter for considering me, and I do accept the run for trustee. With that being said, anybody in the hub, anybody who hears this, anybody has an issue or problem, you can come to me. I'm not a shop steward. I have to say this. I am not a shop steward, but I can help you the best way I know how. I have shop stewards numbers. I could put you in the right direction. I can make phone calls. I can do whatever I needs to be done to help you.
What up, Rob?
So with anything that
Robert,
you need,
what's
you
happening?
can come to me. Don't be afraid. If you need help, I have plenty of people coming to me beforehand. I'm sure I'll get more now.
Oh, yeah.
And my name is James Anthony Romeo on Facebook. Friend me. Hey, listen. I'm here. If you want to message me, we'll talk and I can help you. I got Hooker's number. I got Clarence. We're all friends. We all talk. We all break bread together. It ain't like we're strangers here. So if you can't reach them, you can reach me and I'll get to them. I could tell you where they're at and help you. So
I think it's a good idea, Romeo. Everybody should try to friend who they can or wants to run on a slate on Facebook so they can get to know them and see what they're posting about and see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
See, if you want to run for office because you're talking about issues, right, with Facebook, try to get everybody doing together. Now, when you got pictures of the family and other stuff like that, which we all know is important. I'm not saying that it ain't, right? But if you want to run for union office, you got to take care of business there first.
Exactly.
Right?
exactly.
All right, good people, we're going to get out of here. 14 weeks. We got to make
14 weeks.
We got to make a decision. You guys know that we need change. Everybody in this local knows it.
Don't we have a way for them to sign up to make sure they vote and help out?
Yeah.
We have that going on?
Yeah, all they got to do is, like I said, is make sure you call the hall 215-289-0580. Make sure that they have your right address, phone number, so you can get the ballot. Keep calling. If you don't get it when they come out, keep calling, keep calling, keep calling. Let us know.
You doing that list up where you can call people to remind them to vote?
We got a call list.
Call list going on?
Phone bank, we got that. We're going to be out there getting more signatures. Matter of fact, when we out there July 5th, we're going to get more signatures.
More signatures.
Right.
The list is if you want to be called and reminded to vote. So we can ask you if you got your ballot, so we can help you get your ballot. Because as I told you earlier, I didn't get one of my ballots and I had to call and jump through hoops. We are willing to help you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
I'll be down there, Joey, in August, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But we're going to get out of here. We appreciate you guys. And, man, we love you guys. This is why we do it. Love, compassion, dedication, enthusiasm. My man Romeo got a lot of ideas, man. A lot of ideas.
We got a lot of things coming up. Trust me, it's going to be big.
Yeah, so don't forget, vote. 14 weeks. We're going to announce everybody on July 5th. We love you guys. See you guys. 623 Lives Matter. Don't forget to vote, all right? Peace out.
Peace out. Now we're going to go up close and personal. There we go. Something they've never done. He always says goodbye or peace out. He hangs up. I'm going to say thank you for viewing. Thank you for taking time of your day and watching our live. Because listen, Hook does this for people that can't get the radio station. We dig it.
There's a lot.
And look, Espo's here. He's on the side. There he goes. So we are, we appreciate everybody and we appreciate, the questions. Keep them coming. We will answer anything. If you have an issue or any problem, come through.
Hey, Joey, we gotta link back up and do one of those videos we did before, so you can tell people what's going on, man. Everybody liked that video that we did with me and you, so we gotta do another one just to refresh people's mind about, who this company really is. All right, we're gonna talk to you guys later. Peace
Later.
out.